Um, let's get some.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go. Yeah,
yeah.
what up?
What's up, bro?
Sure. So look, we just this space. I just really want to talk to the culture, bro, and just see like because I just it be confusing me because the culture be so hard on the battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? And the battle rappers be hard on the fans. But
Hmm.
we got to come to an understanding. The things that can elevate the culture, if certain stuff is still holding the culture back, how are we accepting it, or do y'all agree, or what? Like, is it a middle ground? Like, we want this space is for.
Hold on. Before we get into this video, you are now tuned into another episode of Convos in the Cave. I am your host, Mel, speaking. Please remember, continue to click that like, comment, subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you get your videos early. And we here, man. And shout out to, happy Father's Day weekend, man. Shout out to all the good dads out there. Shout out to even the deadbeats. You still got time. Go take care of your kids, man, and become a great father. Now, how was your guys' Father's Day weekend, man? To be honest, mine was all right. I had some fun. I was out there during this AAU tournament with my son. And to be honest, guys, AAU might not be the way to go. I just want to throw that out there. It's not the same. Specifically, vertical hoops. If you guys are familiar with the AAU vertical hoops, they don't really crack down on the age bracket, so you have a lot of ringers there. Especially if you got a 10 and under team, your son is 10, he's in the 10 and under league. That's the worst place to bring your kids to try to develop their talent. It's not going to work. They're going to get demoralized because they're playing against older team players, and they don't have a good security system as far as like matching their credentials, basically their face with their birth certificate, with their grade level. They not in their names. They not good at aligning the three things to make sure that person is the right person to be playing in the tournament. So, I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I just wanted to, vent a little bit and speak about that. All right. So now we here, guys. We here. What are we here for? I've been, sleeping under a rock lately. I've been out in Mohegan Sun with my son, my daughter, my wife, just having a time, bro. It was cool, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So I've been seeing little videos here and there on YouTube, and I missed a lot of content. So here we are. We talking about battle rap. We talking about Hitman Holla. We talking about Av. We talking about Smack and Beasley and the URL TV. We talking about Chilla Jones, TBL. Yeah, man. Here we are again with some rumors that someone is blocking battles. Yep. Av had enough. So apparently, I'll play this video and then we come back with some commentary just so we can chop it up. But if you guys are familiar with what's going on, you know what this content is about. And yeah, so without further ado, Av was complaining that basically URL is blocking battles, right? So he went on Spaces, right? And one of the facilitators in the Spaces meeting is Hitman Holla, right? So I'm a little concerned, like, what does Hitman Holla has to do with TBL, Av, or rumors about URL blocking battles? I don't have a clue, right? So I'm trying, I can insinuate, I can create a narrative. I think Hitman Holla is trying to, expose the URL if there wasn't some type of wrongdoing, so that way, he can get those battlers onto Bags and Bodies, and then that way he can be successful. So I think that's his angle, and that's why he's facilitating. Because other than that, I don't understand why Av is talking to Hitman Holla about this situation and not Smack or Beasley or whoever, Chilla Jones or whoever the parties that's involved. So yeah, so apparently they say URL blocked one of the battles. Av versus Twork was going down on TBL, so they put a hold on it. They put out a cease and desist to stop the battle. So here's Av, guys. I don't want to say what he say out of my mouth because I don't want to take his words out of context. So I'm gonna let him speak for himself. So here's Av and Hitman Holla, guys. Let's get it, and we can
That
come back
so
with some
we
commentary.
gonna let Av talk and clear up anything because I see a lot of rumors about stuff under con. You know what I'm saying? Cons. We're gonna clear all that up. Then I want to hear from the fans who really love the culture. Like, why is this cool and like how does this help battle rap? That's all I want to hear. So you know what I'm saying?
So,
So Av for the
so,
people.
so right there, Hitman Holla has a good question, right? And his question is, if the URL is supposedly blocking battles, how does this help push the culture forward? And I don't want to give y'all my side of the story yet. I just want to kind of highlight some pointers that Hitman Holla is making, which is cool, and I can see why he's facilitating this conversation with Av.
Who don't know what's going on, just let the people know.
Yeah. Oh, you talking
You
about
know what I'm
the
saying? The
twerk situation?
situation on why you and Twork,
So
yeah,
okay.
why you and Twork ain't going down.
So first, I get a text this morning about 2 o'clock in the morning about a blog that Vada Fly did. Now, mind you,
Uh huh.
I ain't watch it till like later on early this morning. You know what I'm saying? I didn't speak to Vada about the situation. I don't know who his sources is, none of that shit. But what I will say is 95% of that shit he ain't lie about.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I ain't even hear him lie about none of that shit, to be honest with you. Now mind you,
Okay.
the twerk battle,
So if you guys are not familiar with Vodafly, um, he's another guy who blogs about battle rapping. He's pretty solidified. You can go follow him. Shout out to Vodafly and everything he does. He definitely push the culture forward. Um, and he has some insiders, man. He has some insiders who's giving him exclusives, and he's getting information that a lot of people shouldn't know. And shout out to him for exposing it to the world, man.
we were trying to get that done on the bulletproof card with Hitman and Mook, which I think everybody would have loved. That shit would have been crazy.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Epic, epic,
I
epic,
mean,
bro.
that's just a stupid. That's just a crazy announcement. You know what I'm saying? Along the, like,
Mm-hmm.
especially co-main event. We supposed to have been co-main event that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But Kenny hit me up. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to TBL. Shout out to Chiller. He just hit me up and was like, "Man, we got a hold on." And the boss, of course, who she
Mm.
reached out to, um, we got a hold on that situation because of URL. I'm like,
Mm.
ah, man, here we go.
So there you have it. Kenny, whoever's Kenny, I guess that's Chiller's partner in the TBL. So Av and Turk was supposed to battle on TBL, and I guess URL put a cease and desist out, and they couldn't put the battle out, right? So I want to go into details on how is it blocking the battle, or is it just URL protecting their assets? You know what I mean? So before I speak, I'm gonna let Av elaborate a little more. I'm not gonna play the whole video. If you guys want to see the whole video, shout out to Hip Hop is Real and Knowledge of God. Go over to their channel. They got the whole clip on their page. Go shoot over there and take a listen.
Mm-hmm. So,
So,
so
and then,
my fault. Now keep going.
yeah, like long story short, they saying that was a battle that they was gonna book over again because we didn't try to book that shit twice. It got to the
Mm.
point where I was like, bro, I ain't even entertaining that shit no more because it ain't gonna happen.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because like the first time, like neither time that the battle was booked was my time. It didn't happen. Y'all done heard Twork say that shit in the spaces and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Neither time the battles didn't happen. I still got paid in full both times that
Bang.
battle was booked because I prepared.
So now, here we go. Now we opening up with some context. So this really, really wasn't a blocked battle. This was URL kind of protecting their assets, saying that they already paid Av to battle Twork, right? And for whatever reasons, it didn't come out, right? Or I mean, to battle Twork, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. The battle didn't happen at all. So Av is basically saying that he don't have he don't owe them anything because they paid him up front and he came fully prepared. But you know what? Let me play some more because I'm gonna let both parties speak and then I'm gonna come back with some commentary. Sorry guys, man.
Showed up to the event ready to go both times, but
So
he
see, let
had
me play back.
situations happen. You know what I mean? We couldn't battle. Battle it was booked because I prepared. I showed up to the event ready to go both times. But he had situations happen. You know what I mean? We couldn't battle, so it never got brought up again. Like even with me asking, like, yo, when we gonna do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's lock this shit in. Like, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's never on the table. It's always something else. So I'm like, bro, I ain't even exhausting that shit no more. I ain't thinking about that battle no more. Fuck it.
For the people who don't understand, give a timeline. What year was the first time y'all supposed to battle? But what year was that?
I think that shit was like 2018 or 19.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like
So
2018 or
They
18,
19.
was holding
19.
on to
Just
that
roughly,
battle
y'all
for
know
this
this
Like
like
long.
letting
whatever.
y'all know this like
I think the
7, 8
first
years
one.
ago.
Yeah, the first one was
That's
on
crazy,
volume
Smack.
5
That's nasty work. I'm
in
not even
Tampa.
gonna lie.
I think that was the same card, DNA and Verb battle. That's when Surf and Reed battle,
Hmm.
Swamp and Ace
So
and all that shit. Yeah.
okay, so and then the second time.
We moved it to Royalty. That was when we was in. It was supposed to be in Richmond when 40 and Hustle battled,
Hmm.
and you know what I'm saying the situation happened out there.
Hmm. So okay, so now the battle happened twice, didn't
Hmm.
go down.
Hmm.
From your understanding, you're not on a contract. Twork not on a contract for none of y'all under contract, right?
Now, right now, hell no.
All right. So I'm in that video right there. And then we're gonna go into here Beasley and Smack's point of view on the situation. But as you can see, I want to say this and I'm gonna come back with some commentary, but I want to highlight this. I've said one of the things that I've said that he was fully prepared and he was paid both times, excuse me, of them trying to schedule the battle, right? Of them scheduling the battle. He was paid in full both times. That's important because I'm assuming that if one of the rules are if you was to battle someone, right? And let's say that someone the person that you're supposed to battle don't show up. But you're there, you're fully prepared, you're ready every time. You have the right to be fully compensated because you did your part. That's where I'm thinking Av is going towards. And that happens twice to Av, and he was paid twice. So URL is kind of practicing good business. If like I wouldn't pay him twice if I had a battle set up and I scheduled it and one of them wasn't able to make it and I paid you once in full, my assumption is I'm not gonna pay you again for the same exact material that you had that you never got off. That's just not gonna happen. That's just me. But Smack was courteous. He was courteous enough to actually fully compensate him on both events, even though the battle didn't happen twice because of someone else's fault other than Avs. So I want y'all to keep that in mind because we're gonna revisit that. So now I'm gonna play Beasley talking to Angry Fan, which first I'm gonna play a clip of Angry Fan getting caught out there being messy. And I hate to do this to him, but at some point, Angry Fan, you have to start having positive conversations, man, because you talk to listen to what Angry Fan did, and this is what I'll say about this guy, bro.
From you. We don't hear from Smack. I was laughing and joking. I'm mad serious now.
I played it
Hey,
back.
what up, B? Oh, B's look serious too. Let me stop laughing. What up, B?
What's up, man? How are you, man?
Tell him, hey, we ain't have an interview in years, yo.
No, man, I don't do interviews, man, just because, a lot of times people don't really care to hear what I have to say. They just want me to book battles, and that's my responsibility to the culture to book battles, to go out and present opportunities, bring the BTs in, do the deals. You know what I mean? Elevate the culture in that way. I don't think people really care to hear what I say. There's already a narrative that's generally painted. So, like, it doesn't matter what I say. People have already made up their mind without hearing me speak. You
Yo,
know what I
B,
mean?
I'm
So,
gonna
like,
be honest.
I just ignore it. Huh?
Can I can I be honest with you? I disagree with that. I think that we actually love hearing from you. We don't hear from Smack.
Bang.
We don't now hear me out. Just hear me out though before you answer.
Cole got him.
You heard? I'm here today. You heard?
What up, Smack?
You heard?
Okay, this is a classic already. All right. I feel like if we don't hear from Smack like that,
Boom. So now, Angry Fan, you got to keep that same energy, bro. You just try to downplay Smack while Smack wasn't there. Then you got put on the spot trying to be negative instead of having a positive conversation and then you get caught up and then you say, we don't hear from Smack like that. No, keep the same energy. Like you said, we don't hear from Smack, period. You know what I mean? Because like you just exposed yourself right there, bro. And it was a little cringy. But anyway, now I'm gonna go on to Beasley responding to Av and the whole block battle situation. So which one should I play? Is it this one?
That was never said. I don't know where we got that. And if I'm blocking a battle, I'm blocking a mook battle, right? Why would that's the battle that's giving the energy, right? If I'm gonna try to step out and block something, you know, that's what we go, right? No, because we don't block battles. We just enforce contracts. Whatever we pay for, whatever we agree to, we just want people to honor and live to. Just like they expect us to honor and live to the money that we pay, which we do when we pay it. And that's it. Simple.
Okay. Okay.
But
Beasley.
Gnome
Okay.
15
Go
is
ahead.
on the 22nd. Make sure y'all pull up or make sure you get the pay-per-view. We're going to have the information out, and it's next Sunday.
Next Sunday is going down.
So that was Beasley just responding to the fact that they don't block battles, they just honor contracts. Now, if Av is saying that he received the contract, he agreed to it, he signed it, he got fully paid twice for the same particular battle. Now I'm kind of siding with URL because it's some validity there. Like you can't just get paid twice and think that you're warranted some type of funds because you were fully prepared and the other person wasn't. So that gave you the right to get fully paid and not even try to renegotiate the battle or try to come to some type of agreement. That's kind of crazy, Av. I gotta say, I don't see that as being lucrative for either half. Smacking them just lost money with no battle. So you expect them to deal with the fact that they paid you and you didn't rap for them and they gotta eat that twice? Nah, you bugging, Av. I can't side with you on that at all. I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's bad business. If Smack was good enough to pay you 2 times, Av, what you said out your mouth. They tried to book the battle twice, paid you fully twice, and you felt that it was taking so long and they wasn't rescheduling it, so you thought that you can get that same battle on a different league and get paid for a 3rd time with the same material? Oh my God, you tweaking. And then on top of that, you say that the battle was supposed to be done in 2018, so you got 2018 material, not even 2025 Av. And you want new money? Nah, Av, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works, man. So I'm gonna play another video of Beasley and Smack at the beginning of that whole conversation, just so we can get caught up to speed, and then I come back with some commentary, man.
Generally, so I think we should have some good battles.
Ask you a question. Does it bother you when you hear that this shouldn't be a known card? I know you see what's going on out there. Smack, how you feeling about it?
About what, Caps? What we talking about?
About people saying no might be okay or might be alright. It's not what we used to with known.
I mean, I think it lives up to, you know what I'm saying, I think it lives up to, you know what I mean, the card. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Every battle could be a main event on a card. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? With no miss. You know what I mean? Night of main event. So every battle on the card can actually be a main event.
All right.
I disagree with that, Smack. And I'm one of the ones who definitely said that this is not a main event card, for sure. And everybody's feeling the same way. Y'all can look at my video that I posted a couple weeks ago about this not being a main event. This is definitely not the night of the main events. There's probably 1 or 2 main events in this battle, but the whole card is not potentially main event.
I gotta say this. Besides Chess and Eunice, I gotta say that, or they're gonna kill me. That's not a main. But I
No,
think you
Caps.
did there.
Those Caps, because I feel like
You gotta say what you mean,
the
bro.
most consistent in the new generation, in the new class.
Talk.
And he's been delivering. So like it's only me that be in these positions to elevate the new talent to get a chance to perform on these major stages, like how we gave Chess the opportunity years ago.
I
That's why
said that in my
him and
blog.
this
Yeah, but Smack, there's other events that you can showcase Eunice. You cannot showcase Eunice on the night of the main events because you feel like he's a main event when he's not. Main events are typically people who solely come to watch that specific person or team. That's why they say this is the main event. This is the main. Now, if you have a night of mains, that means this whole card should, like, as far as finances go, this whole card should make you money double. If it ain't gonna do that, then it's not the night of the main events, Smack. You got to go get the OGs, man, who people really want to see, who has their own, basically, who carved their own way in the culture, and they created these core fans that's gonna spend money on the battle rappers that they like. These newcomers don't have any core fans to be considered main events because they are not gonna bring the money back because they don't have a core, man. So, all right, man, go ahead, Smack.
is why I put him and Eunice together, because it's like, he went through the same process as Chess did, and now Chess is giving the opportunity to the new talent coming
Bro,
into the
that's
culture.
what I. Same with DNA and
Simple,
Trez. All the young gunners gave each
simple.
other a shot.
You know what I mean? And I think he's definitely, deserving of that, and that's why he got that spot. You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about
So
it. Okay.
I feel about that particular battle, Caps. You feel me?
Okay. Okay. I
And
said all that shit in the blog, Smack. Okay. Okay.
Chess
I
Eunice
stay
is
with the
definitely
same
not main
people
event.
for over a decade. Like, how many times can we interchange the same talent? You know what I mean? Like, it's like we have names on it. You got Rum Nitty, you got Tay Rock. You know what I mean? You got Geechee Gotti, you got Rex. You have a lot. You got Miss Hustle, you got Top. You got people who are showing up consistently. But
So I want to stop Beasley right there. Now, y'all guys got to watch my old video 2 weeks ago, bro, because I hit the nail on the head with this one. I specifically said that Smack is gonna use main event worthy opponents versus newcomers or basically mid like low tiers and combine it to see if it can be a classic battle, like a classic battle night. Now, I think battles can be considered classics, but I know for sure that battles are not, they can't be considered main events because main event is something that you already established and the people know that you're guaranteed to make, to make the money back, or as for lack of a better term. So when it comes to main event, you know, this is not that, man. And I'm gonna stick to my guns with that. And as far as Beasley saying that, they keep on recycling the same talent, no, you just gotta find the great matches within. You know what I mean? Like we didn't see Goods versus Sue Surf. We still wanted to see Mook versus Arts, but that happened already, and we wanted to see Mook versus Hitman. So if you guys was on your P's and Q's, y'all could have been booking these battles that kind of never happened. We want to see Lux and Daylight. You know what I mean? We get it, but you guys have to do your part and find the storylines. Like that's what your job is for the people, for the culture. Like you are the ones who facilitate what the fans want as a priority battle. We've been screaming Daylight versus Lux for a long time. Where is it? You know what I mean? So come on, Bees. Like I'm for URL, but I'm also going to keep it a stack. I'm not going to be like Caps and be phony and get caught up.
we can't
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
saying just the same names. You got to open the doors up because there is no one
But
else
not on the
who is
main event.
granting
You can't
opportunity
waste your
to new
time
talent and
on
bringing to the
exploring
level
new
where they
talent
need to be.
on the main event.
I'm
And
I'm
being
sorry, guys.
another thing, Caps. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you know the real though. Cause a lot of this shit and a lot of these cards, just be looking good on paper. I'm about the content, man. I
Talk
want
about it.
I want quality battles. I want good outcomes when it comes down to the outcome of the battle. So, we can get the replay value that, the culture deserved and they can have conversations, and they can talk about these battles for years to come. I don't want just names and names. I did that shit years ago. I passed that stage. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting battles that I feel is really gonna be a classics together.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? I'm gonna
So
put
so Smack. First of all, Smack sound mad as hell. Smack, take a breather, take a chill pill, man. You gotta relax. And second of all, he keep hollering this classic. Smack. Classic battles are not main events, bro. You have to understand the difference between a main event and a classic battle. I get what you're trying to do, but I just think that this was the wrong card to do it for. You got to take that L, bro. Like, because I can tell that you wasn't even focused on actually the word main event. That wasn't your thing. Like, you were just focusing on the mid tier up and coming battle rappers and who taking shorts, who's out here taking shorts, and you're trying to corner the market by creating classics and paying these guys shorts, where when it's not gonna work, Smack. You know what I mean? And I'm in that video right there, man. So, do you guys think if somebody paid you for a specific battle that never went down, but you got paid for it, and somebody else in another group owner pick up that same battle and pay these people, who you guys think is wrong, and if Smack was valid for putting out a cease and desist? Hit me up in the comments. You are now tuned into Convos in the Cave. I'm your host, Mel, speaking. Please, guys, hit me up in the comments. I want to talk about this, and I'll put another blog out about it based on the answers that you guys give me. So, yeah, continue to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. That's the only way we're going to grow. And until next time, we out. Peace.